Right now, the public has been urged to avoid areas of Delavan tonight amid a law enforcement response. We share what we know. Plus, 2 car crashes through Shorewood Hills leave some residents with questions. And we share reactions to the news that SSM Health halted gender-affirming surgeries. That's all coming up at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. We begin with a developing story out of Walworth County tonight. Members of the public are asked to avoid the area between Borg Road and Phoenix Street in Delavan due to an incident involving law enforcement. Sheriff officials confirmed that local law enforcement is responding to an incident at a motel in the area. However, dispatchers could not provide further information on the nature of the incident. Madison police are investigating an apparent murder on the city's south side last night. Officers were called to the 2800 block of Warner Street just before 6:40 last night for a reported weapons offense. At the scene, they found a man dead inside a home. A gun was recovered at the scene, and the 64-year-old Madison man was taken into custody. He is currently being held in the Dane County Jail on tentative charges of first-degree intentional homicide. This is Madison's 9th murder of this year. Both of these stories are developing as we speak. Make sure to stay up to date with the latest information. As soon as we learn anything new, we will send out a push alert on our news app. Just search WISC in your app store, and it's free. 2 police chases by Sherwood Hills Police this week narrowly missed tragedy. One through a playground, another ending rammed against someone's home. One neighbor who didn't want to appear on camera wants to know, is making an arrest really worth the danger? Braden Ross reports.
It just rounded the corner and boom, into the house.
Saturday morning, a quiet Madison neighborhood shaken when a police chase ended in near tragedy. A neighbor told me there was a woman sitting here on this bench just 10 feet away when a car came speeding around this corner. You can see here where it hit the curb and careened into this house. No one was hurt, but a neighbor believes the outcome could easily have been much worse.
Given any other day, those kids might have been right out there playing. If the worst had happened, if someone had been killed in that, had been there, then how do you weigh that out? Was that worth the chase? Or is there another way to stop a stolen car?
Earlier this week, another Shorewood Hills police chase ran through a playground. The officer in both pursuits, Shorewood Hills Police Chief Jeff Farrow.
It's also part of our obligation to then stop those vehicles, because if we don't do it, no one else is going to.
He says on Saturday morning he heard reports of a possible stolen car driving recklessly near Shorewood Hills, so he went looking for it. Farrow says he watched from his unmarked squad as a car matching the description took off speeding through residential neighborhoods.
I don't think it's fleeing me, because she's not shown any indication that I'm there. But I have an obligation to try to stop this car at that point.
He says he followed it, sirens, lights, and all. And before he knew it, the driver lost control and crashed into a house.
It wasn't a long, lengthy pursuit that ended in a crash. That crash was going to happen whether I was there or not.
For the playground chase, his answer is similar.
Those drivers were driving that way before we were involved, and they were going to continue to drive that way.
He believes it all comes down to a judgment call.
It's not taken for granted. Because a lot of us have seen tragedy related to pursuits.
The neighbor I spoke to says she too wants accountability for those putting people at risk, but her concerns still stand.
We stopped her from driving erratically, right? The car crashed. But there's a bigger picture here. I still believe a conversation about when to chase and not to chase is important.
Reporting in Shorewood Hills, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Switching gears, let's look at your first warned forecast with meteorologist Jacob Montesano, who's out on the weather patio. Jacob, we could see some more hazy skies in the future?
Yeah, we do have another air quality alert in effect for portions of central and southern Wisconsin. This specific air quality alert is in effect for Dane County and areas to the north as well as areas to the east. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point The far southwestern portion of Wisconsin also gets upgraded to an air quality alert because the air quality alert for everywhere else is in effect till noon on Tuesday. So that's about 36 hours of the air quality alert. The one in Minnesota will expire at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, current radar is mostly clear, and that has been the case for much of the day. Current temperatures very comfortable, lower 70s, upper 60s. For the most part, it's been another very comfortable day outside. Here's a look at the high temperatures from today. 83 was the high in Madison. Not too bad considering this is near the average high for this time of year, and also considering just how hot it's expected to get a little bit later in the week. I also want to mention that the overnight lows will be a bit chilly further north, with lows dropping into the lower 50s, but the far southern portion of the state will drop into the lower 60s, with areas near the lake only staying around 70 degrees. But like I mentioned, it is expected to get pretty hot later in the week. We could even see some areas get up to 100 degrees. I'll talk more in detail about that coming up a bit later in the show.
Jacob, thank you. On this morning's For the Record, Republican Paul Melodic won the special election to fill a vacancy in suburban Milwaukee's 24th Assembly District on Tuesday. Melodic won the race over Dan Nodal with a 53.6% vote, according to unofficial election results. The result, however, is less than what is expected by many Republicans to yield out the district.
But we have seen the Republican margins decline in the Milwaukee suburbs. And this is just one data point. We shouldn't read too much into a single special election in the month of July. But it is another data point showing potential problems for the Republican Party in these key suburbs. We've seen Republicans have some challenges in the suburbs nationwide. We see them having some challenges with suburbs here in Wisconsin.
To find this week's full For the Record interview, you can go to our website at channel3000.com. Today, national conversation was focused about a topic we reported on Friday. We confirmed SSM Health has stopped gender-affirming surgeries after pressure from the Catholic Church. Earlier this year, the National Conference of Bishops issued guidance directing Catholic healthcare organizations to stop performing these surgeries. When we reached out to Madison Bishop Hying for comment, he referenced that 14-page doctoral note. One former patient tells us he found out about the end of the gender-affirming surgeries while on the way to a pre-operation consultation.
I had like a countdown on my phone. I was like counting down the days. I was so excited. We went to my pre-op consultation, and as we were getting in the car to go over there, we got a phone call saying that it had been canceled.
Their primary care doctor told him these procedures were canceled because of its Catholic affiliation. That's also what the clinic says when you call and ask about gender-affirming surgeries. SSM Health themselves declined to comment when we reached out to them with details about our reporting. Today, that topic took center stage on CBS's Face of the Nation when GOP presidential candidate and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie discussed how views the issues as one between parents and children and not the state.
I have very clear views on this, that parents should be making these decisions inside their families with their children. The same way parents should be deciding, in my view, and we're going to be talking about this in the coming weeks, where their children should be going to school. And how they should be educated, since our public education system in so many places are failing folks.
Christie wasn't alone sharing their views on Face the Nation this morning. Current governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, also spoke on his views, opposing Christie and saying he is wrong when he says parents are the ones who know the best on this topic. Next tonight, Twitter owner Elon Musk posted on his personal Twitter account that the social media platform will be changing to an X and that all the birds will be disappearing from the platform. Musk posted an image of a flickering X, and later in a Twitter Spaces audio chat, he replied yes when asked if the Twitter logo will change, adding that it should have been done a long time ago. Since Musk's tenure began in October when he bought the company, it has changed its business name to X Corp, reflecting the billionaire's vision to create a super app like China WeChat. Coming up next at 10, the 2023 Dane County Fair officially wrapped up. A look at the celebrations on its final day. Plus, it was a celebration of community today in Cambridge as this year's Midwest Fire Fest fizzled out. We'll take you there next on News 3 Now.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured, we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The MyPillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, MyPillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
Jennifer Hudson Show. I'm having a moment with Tia Mowry. Yeah, 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 yeah. Then, Madison performs.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
And that's the sound of the Dane County Fair finale, celebrating with family-friendly activities at the Alliant Energy Center today. Stunt shows, rides, and games are up for Family Day. The Dane County Fair began in 1851. With over 170 years of celebration, Family Day invites everyone to continue the tradition with a long party. Eating contests, live music, and thrilling rides go on all day.
I'm a big thrill rider. Like, I love the scary rides. Firestorm's my favorite.
There's a lot of things to do. We did Stingray exhibit and just a lot of space and not too crowded and a lot of things and activities.
The festival ended with exciting performances at 6:30. The Madison Ice Diamond synchronized skating team opened up their rink for a cool summer day of fun today. The public skate had a pirate fairy theme, so intrepid skaters got on their best fairy wings and pirate hats as they took to the ice. The event was to help fundraise for the Ice Diamond's upcoming season. But for the team, just being able to share the ice this summer was more than enough.
It's just fun to host something that anyone can kind of come take part in that's relatively low cost and bring people into an ice rink and provide some fun.
The event had more than just costumes of a mixture of Tinkerbell and Jack Sparrow. There was also a Chuck-a-Duck 50-50 raffle, a bake sale, a garage sale, a brat sale, yard games, and a place to donate athletic shoes. The 2023 Midwest Fire Fest fizzled out today after a weekend of fiery fun in Cambridge. The Fire Fest fundraiser, presented by the Cambridge Arts Council and Clay Collective, hosted 25 fire-based artists. Visitors enjoyed 2 days worth of demonstrations by artisans and performances by fire dancers and musicians. The event is part of Makers Fest, part Music Fest, part Art Fair, but most of all, a huge celebration for the community.
This is not your mama's art fair. I think coming to the festival gives them an appreciation because of all the demonstrations that we do. And this year we have 8 or 10 demonstrations. People understand what it takes to create art, because it's not just the piece that you see on the wall. It's all their trial and error before that.
Looking to keep the heat to the fire workers, the event next year will move up to June. And if you're looking to add fuel to the fire for next year's fest, visit channel3000.com for information on how you can donate. Next tonight, a Madison man is coming home with some hardware after he won this year's Ernest Hemingway Look-alike contest in Key West, Florida. Garrett Marshall, who recently retired as a broadcast engineer here at Channel 3, triumphed over nearly 140 other entries to win the contest final round yesterday. Not only did he come out with the win, he actually came out on top on his 68th birthday, and just a day after the 124th anniversary of the Ernest Hemingway's July 21st birthday.
This is the best birthday that I've ever had. It is exhilarating to know that Hemingway was here and to walk in his footsteps. I think if he was here today, he would be totally amazed.
Marshall, who won his 11th attempt, shares his interest with Hemingway's work. The annual Hemingway Days festivities salute the adventurous lifestyle and literary talent of the Nobel Prize-winning author who spent nearly a decade living and writing in Key West. Now let's get a look at our first warn forecast.
Thanks, Jalen. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for the upcoming week. We are going to be warm to start the week, but then we're going to see some hot and humid weather really kick in tomorrow, and it's only going to get worse throughout the week. The hazy weather will continue until at least Tuesday. It may continue beyond, but wildfire smoke is pretty hard to forecast beyond 3 to 4 days. As we look at the chance for thunder, the best chance will be Thursday night through Saturday, and that will really cool the temperatures off quite a bit. Now, before we get to the hot temperatures, forecast for tonight shows pretty average conditions with lows in the lower 60s and upper 50s. For the most part, we will see a lot of sunshine, or a lot of clear skies. As we look at the highs for tomorrow, upper 80s will be in the forecast. Further north and west, La Crosse could get to 90, and it's possible that tomorrow parts of our area could get into the 90s, and then it's going to get more and more likely as we head throughout the week. Tuesday, the forecasted high for Madison will be around 90 degrees with mostly sunny skies and humid weather. So the heat index values will likely be above, well above 90, possibly approaching the mid-90s to upper 90s. But the best chance for the heat index values to get close to 100 will be Wednesday and especially on Thursday, where the forecasted high will be around 95 degrees. And if I had to guess, parts of our area will likely see the actual temperatures get to 100 degrees. So this will likely be the warmest and hottest temperatures that we've seen so far this year. But after the rainfall moves through, it does look like we are going to see better conditions. And looking at the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, we are starting to see some below average temperatures move back into our area. So it does look like next week will be a lot better. As far as that rainfall threat goes, the storms look to move in later in the day Thursday, likely going to impact southern Wisconsin. But then we have another round of possible rain moving in Friday. And this round of rain could get pretty heavy. It also may even continue into Saturday morning as well. Looks like the best area for rainfall could be southern Wisconsin. But right now, the forecasted precipitation isn't providing all that much, only about a quarter to a half inch of rainfall. But this is definitely subject to change as it is still several days out. So just stay updated for more details, and we'll provide them as we get them on the possible rain threat later in the week. But those temperatures are definitely going to be hot with highs well into the 90s for Wednesday and Thursday. And it's also going to be humid. How about those overnight lows? They'll be around 70 degrees. So early in the morning, it will be pretty pleasant, but during those afternoon hours, it is going to be hot. If you have any outdoor plans, definitely prepare, drink plenty of water, take breaks from the heat. Concerts on the Square is on Wednesday, and although it mostly happens later in the evening, some people still gather, obviously, in the early evening, and that's really the peak time for the heat. The hottest time of the day is usually between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. So definitely prepare if you have any outdoor plans. That's just one example I was pointing out because, like I said, it's going to be the hottest temperatures of the year so far, probably.
Yeah, fingers crossed that Concerts on the Square doesn't face any issues. We've had air quality, we've had storms, all type of stuff over the past, 3-4 weeks. Yeah. So heat, please just die down a little bit until, the music can get rolling.
Last week I did talk to someone running it, and he said that as long as the heat index values are below 95 degrees at the time of the concerts, then it should continue. I would say that it would likely be below 95 by the time 7 p.m. rolls around, but it's going to be pretty humid, so I wouldn't be terribly surprised. I would say it's about if I had to guess, I'd say about 75% chance it's on time, about 25% chance it'll be delayed or postponed.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll keep an eye. Thank you, Jacob. A day at the beach can go from fun to fabulous with just a little bit of planning. That's where the experts at Consumer Reports come in with these top tested summer essentials.
What makes a perfect summer day?
Summer is ice cream. Family and friends, definitely. Going into the beach or like going into the pool.
For Consumer Reports, a good day starts and ends without a sunburn, so you'll need a good sunscreen.
I always pack a hat, something to cover my feet, and of course, a sunscreen that's broad spectrum and has an SPF of 30 or higher.
Top in CR's tests is Coppertone Water Babies Lotion SPF 50. Make sure to reapply every 2 hours or after swimming. And no, it's not just for babies. Adults can use it too. You can keep the good times rolling with the right tunes and a portable speaker. CR recommends the Bose SoundLink Color 2.
It's good for sound, it's very easy to use, and it's got decent versatility.
And if you want to serve more than snacks, you'll need a cooler. Check out this $20 Coleman Chiller Cooler. With about 1 inch of insulation, it was great at maintaining a cool temperature in CR's lab tests. And CR's food safety expert says that's especially important this time of year.
Bacteria love hot and humid summer weather, which makes it the perfect time of year for harmful bacteria to multiply on food.
To keep your food cold, pack your cooler full. Try not to leave any open space and put new ice or frozen ice packs on top. And when it's time to go home, be prepared that many national, state, and local parks are carry in and carry out. So plan to bring your trash and recycling home with you. This is Rachel Joyce.
CR says if you'll be driving far, try to keep the cooler in an air-conditioned part of your car. Then when you get to where you're going, stash it in a shady spot. It's important you don't leave food out of the cooler for more than 2 hours, or 1 if the temperature is over 90 degrees. Still ahead, Badger legend Joe Thomas got the gift he waited his whole life for. Find out what it is. That's next in Sports with Andrew.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
A biker must always be on alert. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We'll fight for the compensation you deserve. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Last night's Brewers game was one for the ages. As Craig Counsell described it, Sal Frelick's historic MLB debut gave the team a jolt of energy. Frelick and the Brewers were back at it today with the series on the line. The roof was open today, a beautiful day at AmFam Field for the first place Brewers. Crew trail by 1, bottom 3, and there goes Bryce Terang. The rookie hits a solo shot into the upper deck, and the Crew tie it at 1 apiece. Then in the 4th, runners on the corners in Wisconsin's own Owen Miller hits one that nearly leaves the yard. It was good enough for a sacrifice fly to score Frelick, but those were the only runs Milwaukee could muster. Braves come back and win it and take the series 4-2 the final. The year is 1970. The Beatles had just broken up and disco fever was filling the streets. While people were bumping their boomboxes, the Brewers were setting franchise records that still hadn't been broken until now, that is. That's where Sal Frelick comes in. In his MLB debut last night, the Brewers' #2 prospect went 3 for 3, becoming the first Brewer to do that in a debut since 1976. In addition to a pair of unbelievable catches, Frelick had 2 RBIs in addition to his 3 for 3 day. That's the first such Brewers debut in franchise history. Buckle up, folks. The Sal Frelick Show is just getting started. And in today's game, the Brewers, they had a remarkable streak snapped. The Crew's bullpen tossed 28 2/3 consecutive innings. That ended today, but it kick-started the Brewers' electric month and as the longest streak since the Milwaukee Arm Barn had it in May of 1972. But even if the Crew don't catch that disco fever, they're pretty happy right where they are in first place. The first place Madison Mallards were back in action today as well. Deerfield's Cal Fisher secured a win with a home run in Game 1 of the doubleheader, and they look for the series sweep in Game 2. Bottom 1, Kyle Schrodel at the dish, and he shows the fans a grand slam. Mallards get out to a huge early lead in the first inning with their first grand salami in 3 years. They'd never look back. Lards finish up the sweep and win it 11-2. This week, Badger legend Joe Thomas got the jacket he's waited a lifetime for. The gold jacket that's only given to Football Hall of Famers. Thomas was an All-American at UW and a member of the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team. He'll once again wear those famous threads on August 5th when he's officially enshrined into the Hall of Fame.
It's so cool to see a local guy be recognized in that manner. Joe Thomas, the greatest tackle of the last quarter century, going into Canton. Yeah, it really is. Obviously, one of the Badger greats. And as the Badgers kind of turn this new page into a new era of their own, they can still look back at guys like Joe Thomas to try to model their careers off of. For sure. All right. Thank you, Jacob. We're back with more after this.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are fresh ground beef or turkey, $2.99 for a 1-pound package. Select Pepsi products, $4.99 each when you buy 3. And Frito-Lay, Ruffles, Doritos, or dip, $2.88 each when you buy 2. All week long at Hy-Vee.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you all know that you have made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And because of your amazing support, we've expanded MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. To make room for this, we're clearing out our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm giving them to you at closeout prices. King size, only $39 a set. Queens, $35 a set. Full size, $29, and twin size, just $25. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Get these MyPillow bed sheets now. Once they're gone for good.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, all you need is one key. Earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
Intuitive sit to start in the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Dole chopped or premium salad kits, just $2.98. Family size Oreos or Ritz crackers, just $2.94. And boneless pork chops, just 99 cents each. All week long at Hy-Vee.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Well, Jacob, it seems as if this summer is finally starting to heat up. Any hope on the horizon of some cooler temps?
Yes, there definitely is. After this week, we are going to see temperatures return to normal, and it looks like by the middle and end of next week, they actually could even drop below average. But very hot this week. Heat index values could be approaching 100 at times. The hottest day will be Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been a great evening.